Frank Zamboni, who worked on cars and refrigeration with his brothers, introduced the first ice resurfacing machine in 1949. He received a patent in 1953. The Zamboni shaves a thin layer of ice. Meanwhile, jets of water clean the ice. Finally, a towel spreads the warm ice-making water, leaving behind a smooth sheet of ice. When the machine resurfaces the ice, it is capable of removing close to 2,500 pounds of compacted snow, while it can leave behind about 1,500 pounds of water. We celebrate Frank Zamboni's invention. That's why I'm Aaron Sims, and this is Chillin On A Zamboni. So the first one went so well, we thought, why not keep it going with Admiral Center Cody Glass? So here's part two. And you're about 2 years removed from it now, this bad injury that you suffered, right? So what's it like for you to go as long as you did without getting on the ice? Probably the longest you'd gone since you were probably 2 or 3 years old.
It was brutal. I felt like every year I was playing close to maybe 100 games. I was always feeling comfortable, was always on the ice, never really injured. And going into that, like it was brutal. It was a brutal experience. I was off the ice for I think 8.5 months, and you just lose all your rhythm to the game, and it's hard to get back into. It's hard, especially in the NHL when you're not playing top line minutes. It's hard to get those touches, get those reads. Coming back, it's hard. Not only just coming back from a surgery like that, but just coming back into an NHL type level is difficult for anybody. So. But now that I'm 2 years past, I'm finally starting to get my game back, it feels like, and it's just a good feeling overall.
I remember a game earlier this year, and I want to say it was right before Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving, and you made a play out here, and we're going to be driving by the area, and I glanced down and I could see this big grin on your face. To me, that was like, you knew that you're there, or you're feeling it for the first time in a long time. Like it felt right all of a sudden.
100%. I think this year I finally kind of feel it. The past 2 years have been tough. You go to dark places, especially during your injury, you kind of lose your love for the game almost. Yeah. Just because I felt one way for such a long time, and I was so confident in my abilities, and then I come back and I don't feel the same player. And this year I kind of just getting back to playing a lot, getting the most touches, and kind of playing in every situation. I kind of have that fun, that love for the game coming back. And I have to give credit for Carl and the coaching staff, because they've given me every opportunity to kind of be the player that I once was. And like I said, it's all coming back, and it's just thinking about it kind of just gives me chills, just because I love the game, and for that time where I kind of didn't, it sucks. Yeah. And now I'm back there and I'm having fun again, I'm loving the game. It's awesome.
You can't be the teammate, the friend, let alone the player that 100%. that you want to be when all of that is going on.
100%. It doesn't only affect you at the rink, it affects you away from the rink, affects your relationships. And like I said, just coming back and being here, being in the moment, just really helped me not only on the ice but off the ice.
What's the most Vegas-y thing you did when you were living there?
Oh, that's a great question.
Like, were you ever brought up on stage for a show, or did you like sit front row for a comic or something?
So my first experience of Vegas, we were taxi squatting for their playoff run when they went to the Stanley Cup final. Okay. It was me, Nick Suzuki, Eric Brandstrom, and Nicholas Hague. And we got front row seats to Adam Sandler at the Cosmopolitan. And that was I remember him looking down, and he looked at me, because at the time I was, I think, 18 years old. Yeah. And he's like, are you like 14 years old? Like, what are you doing like at my show? And I'm like, I'm 18, I swear. Like, and I would have never thought I'd have a conversation with Adam Sandler. And he looked at me, I remember he didn't say anything to those four, and he said it to me, and I was like, he talked to me, not you guys.
That's great. So what do you think this season has done for you? Like, has this been just a great rebound, springboard, mentally, physically, all of that for the rest of your career?
I think so. I think it's a very good step in the right direction. And I think at the beginning of the year, it's hard to say. I do believe I'm an NHL player. I do believe I can play at the NHL level and make an impact. But I felt like at the beginning of the year, I wasn't fully confident in that. And I felt like I was kind of just telling myself that, but not showing it on the ice. But I think coming down here, getting my touches, like I said all before, really just set me up to be better. And I felt like my stint recently really showed that I could and I was able to keep up, make plays, and make an impact at the same time.
I think that attitude is so healthy because with all due respect to this league, nobody wants to be in this league. There's not one person who wants to be in this league. But if you come in with the right mind, and like you said, and you're going to get the opportunity to play 22 minutes a night, penalty kill power play, use it for what it's there for, right?
100%. And it's always hard. Like you said, I went 6th overall in the first round, and you always look at people around you and how they're doing.
Yeah.
And it's hard because everybody's in a different situation.
Right.
Everybody's put in a different spot. They could be with a contender team, a bottom team. They could be playing top 6, bottom 6. It's all different situations, and I feel like people fail to kind of realize that. And that's something I had to realize is I was going into a contender team, an older team, and maybe I wasn't going to be in every night. Maybe I wasn't going to be as effective as I was in junior or when I went through the playoff run with the Chicago Wolves. It's just many different situations, and you kind of have to realize that, and that's where I think your maturity comes in.
So when you're done playing 30 years from now, maybe this Zamboni thing might be working for you?
Oh, maybe. I think I want to be involved in hockey somehow, and if that means being a Zamboni driver, a stick boy, or just something, I'll fall in love with it. Like I said, as a kid, I just loved the game, and I think just growing up, I don't think I could get myself away from the game.
Well, thanks for doing this.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
Really.
I have my first time riding Zamboni, so it's bad to get that out of the way.
You better call your brother and tell him you won the prize this time.
Yeah, I got interviewed on it, so I did a little bit better of a job.